Evening all, Louise here. Just checking in with you all again. Thank you for all the new subscribers that I've seemed to have just picked up over the last few days. Really appreciate it. Every single person that watches, sits through the ads, engages, likes, shares, comments, subscribes, all helps in the quest to earn money for Bluebellwood Children's Hospice. For those of you who know, thank you. For those of you who don't know, all the revenue from my videos goes to a children's hospice here in Sheffield called Bluebellwood. You can Google it. Right. If you're wanting to be entered into the draw for Chris Ann's Lightseers Tarot, this is the prize, not the seahorse. You need to like the video, be subscribed, and comment with a suggestion for a name for this little seahorse that I made. This seahorse is going to be raffled off as part of a prize for, and these proceeds are going to Bluebellwood Children's Hospice. Right. Just before I start, I've had one message in the comments, and I've had a few emails asking me about the blue crystals. Now, I'm not sure which ones you're talking about, so I'm going to show you. This one is sodalite. This one is sodalite. This is a good stone for when you feel scarcity all around you and you really could do with a bit of prosperity. It's a good stone. Stick one of them down your bra. This is labradorite. This is really good for helping you meditate, to connect to your higher self, to your third eye, and to your third eye and crown chakra. It's beautiful. Look at that when the light hits it. This is also labradorite. This is labradorite ball. So yeah, so they're the blue ones. That is lapis lazuli, which is dark blue. I think that's another piece. That's another piece of lapis lazuli, and I think they're the only blue ones that I currently have out. Right, this reading was requested a long time ago, and I lost my book because I had a lot of suggestions for readings, and I'd done them all, but I didn't realise there was one that I'd missed out. And this one is from a request from Sue, who wants to know if William is ever going to be king. Now, in order to know whether William is ever going to be king, we need to look at Charles first. Now, I've done several readings about Charles. I did a reading before the Queen died, and about 6 months before the Queen died, and I said that she wouldn't be long. Well, I tried not to say she wouldn't be long, but I think if you watch that video, it's just about 6 months before the Queen died. I was trying not to say that she was going to shuffle off the mortal coil so I basically said it without saying it. And I did say in one or two of the videos that I've done where Charles has been mentioned that Charles wouldn't be king for long. Well, he's been a king a lot longer than I anticipated. So, and of course, William will be the immediate heir to the throne. Now, things are changing up quite a bit because Keir Starmer is our Prime Minister, and we know that Keir Starmer hasn't got a very good view of the royal family. Don't know what that means. Don't know what I'm trying to say with that, but I think there's a connection somewhere in there. I still don't think that Charles is going to be king for very long. But let's have a look and see what the cards have to say. So we've got not for you, not for you, number 6. Okay, I'm being told not to look at the book today. Right. I don't know why I'm getting this, but I'm getting the conflict in Eastern Europe. Um, the chess game. The chess game. Someone holding up the game, a fortune cookie, and what looks like Vladimir Putin in the picture frame, the mirror. What does that actually say? Nope. Nope. Why are you giving me? Why are you giving me something that's giving me an Eastern European vibe here? Uh, right, I'm going to put that to one side because I think that's another reading some other time. Let's try another one. King Charles, please. King Charles, please. We've got blessed again. This time it's the right way around. So number 22, let's read the right way around. Unexpected windfalls and good fortune come your way now. You're in a phase where any difficulties or obstacles that have stymied your success seem to disappear on their own. Be ready to receive. The windows of opportunity will open wide. Accept the blessings given to you now and don't forget to share them. So if that's a message for William, unexpected windfall. Is somebody in the royal family about to pop the clogs? I can't see it being Charles. I'm not feeling Charles. It feels like some sort of inheritance. I don't know how many very elderly people there are in the royal family. I don't really pay too much attention about the royal family. So if that's for William, then maybe there is something good coming his way. They've had a bit of a rough trot. What with Catherine having health issues and all that kind of thing, and all the shenanigans they've had with the feud with Harry and Meghan and all that. So maybe it is a quiet time for him right now. So maybe he is blessed with that. So let's have a look. I'm going to look at Charles first. So can you tell me about King Charles? What's the state of play with Charles? Lots of people have asked me if Charles is going to dissolve Parliament. I'm not even going to read on that. I will give you my opinion on that if you want it, but I'm not even going to read on that because the answer is most definitely no, he is not. If you don't want to know why, then I would look at the World Economic Forum website and I would search King Charles, and there you will find that there's no appetite for dissolving Parliament, especially a Parliament that is following the 2030 agenda. Right, let's have a little look. King Charles, what's the issue? Right, we've got the King of Cups and we've got the Ace of Wands. I'm going to put them down for now. Charles, this is Charles. I think Charles is at the moment well aware of his popularity, but also mainly aware of his unpopularity. I think he's well aware that he isn't anywhere near as popular as his mother. I think he's well aware that he's nowhere near as popular as anybody else. He has this way about him that's very much out of touch, but yet he's very connected to the green agenda. the climate alarmism, and all that kind of thing. He's always been very much into nature, which is not a bad thing. It seems like he's more interested in that than he is in being the king. This king is an emotional king. And I don't know what star sign, sun sign Charles is, but this is Cancer. He's a very emotional king. I would say that he has heart issues. I'm feeling heart issues. I'm seeing issues with the heart. Now, I don't know whether that's got something to do with the sausage fingers. It just sort of reminded me of the sausage fingers. That's the sign of bad health anyway. But this fluttering in the heart, this is what I'm feeling with this ship across the chest. It's an old-fashioned ship with the sails that flutter in the wind. He's a bit of a, I wouldn't say he was a pushover, but I'd say he's quite flaky. And then we've got the Ace of Wands. If you look at this card, it's very different to the normal Ace of Wands. This young lady's got a book open, and out springs this ace, this new growth, this new inspiration. He's more interested in the green stuff than anything else, and he very much embroils himself in that. So that's where Charles is at the moment. I would say that Charles isn't really where he wants to be. I don't think he wants to be king, to be honest. I don't think he wants to be the king, but I think because he's the king, he's going to use it to his own ends, his own ideological ends. So let's have a look at William, Prince William, please. Can we have a look at Prince William, please? We have the Tower. Let's have another one. Have another one for that. And the Nine of Pentacles. I think that William, I think William's going to be the last monarch of the United Kingdom. And the reason why I'm saying that is this is clinging on to an old institution. Charles is very much changing that old institution, and William also wants to modernise the institution of the monarchy. And I'm seeing this as the institution of the monarchy, and the people. It's quite a beloved thing for many people, not all, but for many people. And I think the changes that begin with Charles will end with William, and the monarchy won't be the monarchy that we know it now. Pretty much, I'm feeling it's going to be like the Spanish king, where he just lives in wherever he lives, and he's just, he's a very rich man, but he's not sort of. You never see the pomp and ceremony and the golden carriages and the 49 gun salutes and all that malarkey. You don't have the King's Guard or anything like that for the king in Spain. And obviously, the Nine of Pentacles is the I've made it. I'm self-sufficient. I don't need anybody to look after me because I can afford to look after myself. I think there is going to be a crumbling of the institution of the monarchy, and that's going to end with William. And then they can just be extravagant, normal human beings, which they're never going to be normal human beings because they were brought up with a silver spoon, weren't they? Let's face it. But I think William is the last traditional monarch that we're going to see in the United Kingdom. It starts with Charles. It ends with William. So let's have a look at this Charles card. So what's going to happen with Charles then? So is he still going to not reign for very long. Has the energy shifted on Charles? Seven of Pentacles. I'm seeing Charles working hard here to retain money, his finances, his wealth. He's a bit flaky, really interested in his own agenda. Part of that agenda of his own is his own wealth, the wealth of the monarchy, preserving the wealth. Pentacles is about money, security, finances, food. He's harvesting what he's got and keeping it for himself. Now, I'm reminded of the mini tour with the Ginger Growler and Keir Starmer with the King somewhere in Cornwall, where the King was showing off a housing estate that he had that was on his land that had been sort of thought through by the King. I believe it was actually William that did it, but the King took the accolades for that via the media. I'm not saying the King took the accolades from William. I'm saying the media was reporting it, that it was the King's land, the King's project. I think there's going to be a bit more of that. I think the King's going to make a lot of money and secure his and his family's vast wealth through the huge swathes of land that he owns. And I think that's what the King is looking at. And I think this is why I'm talking about the monarchy as we know it stopping dead and it being something else. In the meantime, as they are changing and modernising the royal family, the plans are in place, the wheels are in motion to secure the vast swathes of wealth that they already have in order to secure it for future generations. So what about this tower with William? So that's what he's doing now. But what's the energy of the King? At what point is he leaving? I'm going back to the King. I'm interested to find out because I think he's got heart issues. What about the King's health, please? I know he's recently said he's had cancer, and I think we were told initially it was prostate cancer, and then the King himself said it wasn't prostate cancer. So I don't know. We've got the Six of Wands. So the Six of Wands is a victory. A victory. Let me have another one. See that hummingbird? If you look closely at that card, this lady is riding a hummingbird. The whip, it's the carrot and the stick. She's holding this carrot and stick. The Six of Wands is victory, but I'm not seeing that in this card. I'm seeing the King riding. He's got the carrot and stick, and who's? I think the hummingbird is. I think the King's got far more influence than we give him credit for here, or than I've given him credit for. He's riding this hummingbird. Hummingbirds flap their wings at 1,000,000 miles an hour. They're literally, you can't see them with the naked eye. You have to slow a film down to see a hummingbird's wings flapping. He's holding the carrot and the stick. In this case, in this instant, it's the flower with the nectar. The King has much more power and influence over the people that are doing his bidding, serving the King. He's got far more power and influence. This actually is a lovely, lovely card, but I'm feeling dread. And I don't know why, but I'm feeling dread from this card, and it's absolutely lovely card. but the king's got much more power and influence over the people who even we look up to. This doesn't feel very good. So, right, so we've got that. He's securing his wealth for his family. He's got far more influence than we will ever know or ever be able to understand. So, what about his health? The moon. I think the king does have issues with his heart. I'm trying to get it out of the thing. I also think that he has other health issues. And I think that those health issues are going to remain secret. If you notice this octopus tentacles coming out the back of the skirt of this woman. On the surface, this woman looks quite beautiful from the back, and then you realise actually there's a creature under that dress. Feels quite reptilian, even though it's an octopus. I think it's an octopus. Something very sinister about our king. So is he going to give up the throne or what? Yes or no? Oh, there's two. I'm going to take them. Which one first? That one. We've got the Five of Wands. Chess game again. Chess game. Not for you. The Five of Wands is about a challenge. He's going to have some sort of challenge. The king's got some sort of challenge to come, and it feels like a strategic type of a game of strategy. And I'm saying that because of the chessboard and this woman being quite considered over what her next move's going to be. This what feels very much like the king. His health wise, there are health issues. We're not going to find out about them. Very much like we didn't find out that the Queen was dying until she was actually on her deathbed. 2 days before that, she was receiving Liz Truss. I think it was in Balmoral. I'm not sure. Wherever she was, that's where she died 2 days later. And there are, this film of the Queen didn't look like she was on her last ones, although she did look pretty frail. There's some secrets here with the king. He's at the moment he's playing a strategic game with his throne, and then we've got the Four of Pentacles. So while he's playing this strategic game, he's for some reason I'm feeling like he's having to play this game, this strategy game, in order to keep the house and the garden. The grass is always greener on the other side, kind of thing. He's trying to keep people out. See the padlocks and the chains on this gate, trying to keep others out of his business, out of his finances, out of the extent of his wealth, and he's playing a game, a very strategic game. I think he's getting ready to do some sort of huge business deal, which will secure his family their wealth for the future at the expense of the public. Because let's face it, the king, he's not paying shed loads of tax on his land, is he? Right, so let's have a look at William. The Tower and the Nine of Pentacles. I'm saying William is going to be the last traditional king. We've got strength. This feels like a battle of egos. So is it gonna, right? So we've got a battle of egos going on between traditional and modern. There seems to be a battle of egos going on. This feels like a battle, although the card isn't depicting battle. It feels like a battle of ego. That's the strength is the card for Leo. I don't know who's a Leo, if anybody is a Leo. And then we've got the Emperor. Got the Emperor, which was in reverse. Now, there are two Emperors in this deck. This Emperor is obviously, he's got all these puppets on a string, but it's in reverse. So he will lose control of his minions. I think this means that when I said that William is going to be the last monarch, traditional monarch, this is being played for. This being the last traditional monarch is what's being played for at the moment by the royal family. He doesn't want these subjects. He wants his life. Maybe that's because he saw what intrusion into privacy can do to people. Maybe that's because he's lived with it all his life. I don't know. But in reverse, this is what's being played for. The letting go of subjects. Right, so he's going to be the last traditional monarch. He's going to free himself from the intrusion into privacy. Now what? But is he going to be king, or is he just going to walk away from it? Because now I'm thinking, maybe once Charles is gone. Got the Empress. This is moving on to new things. If you look very carefully at this Empress card, there is a baby. There is a fetus right here. This is fertility. This is growing something. New ideas. It's new ideas, new ventures, new business, new ways of doing things, abundance, fertility, the harvest. This is the Empress. Pregnant women. Women. The Empress is the card for Taurus and Libra, mainly Libra. But yeah, this is beauty. And if you look very carefully, there's a crown. She's got a crown. She's got a crown in her hand for this child that's not born yet. Right, now that's telling me that William is going to be king, and his firstborn is also going to be king. Right. But then that's when the monarchy stops. No, I'm not sure if Catherine's having another child. I don't think so, though. I don't think this is Catherine. This, right. I might be absolutely losing my shit here, but I'm thinking a contest for the monarchy now. Somebody with younger children or with a child that's not yet born is going to contest William. for the monarchy. There's going to be a huge row over names like prince, princess, king, queen, duke, duchess, and all that kind of thing. It feels like there's going to be a massive row over titles. Weird. What's that supposed to mean? Right, so is William going to be king then, or is he just going to just give it up? Here we go. It's not been decided yet, basically, the High Priestess. This hasn't been decided yet. Just like Charles hasn't finished strategizing his next moves, we're still in the not decided yet phase with a huge potential here for gathering up your finances, collecting all your wealth, and then ditching the monarchy at some point in the future. There's a huge idea on the table for that, but there's a challenge coming up, and I don't know what that challenge is, but there's a challenge coming up. Could be someone massive row over titles. It could be a different heir not yet born, an idea not yet born. Well, one last card then for William. So what's the overall energy for William now? What are we looking at right now for William, please? King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. He's on top of everything. He's wealthy. He's secure. He looks like a very good businessman. Knows how to grow his wealth. He's well and truly on top of the world. So right now, William's all right where he is. Thank you very much. And he's certainly not looking forward to being king. So is William going to be king? I'd say so, yeah. Charles, he's not very well. Don't know how long he's going to last. We're not going to find that out because it's all going to be kept in a secret. But Charles has got some sinister energy around him. I don't like his energy. I don't. But William's not looking forward to being king, and if he is going to be king, there will only be one or maybe two generations left before the monarchy collapses, at most. Right, that's your reading. I'm not going to do a reading tomorrow night. I am absolutely shattered, and I think really I do. Doing them every night, it knocks me out, and I work as well, and I've got all the things that I don't need to do and what have you. So don't forget to press the like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And looking at my analytics, twice as many people watch than subscribe. So if you like anything that I do, if you find any value or entertainment even, because I'm a bit like that, could be a bit funny sometimes. If you find it entertaining or I don't know, whatever, consider subscribing because it actually does help a lot. And it makes me know whether I'm on the right track or not as well. Someone else, last thing before I bugger off, I've had several actually comments that have come up in the at the end of the readings saying, can you do something more light-hearted? This is so depressing. I get it, but we're living in a depressing world at the moment. However, if you've got any suggestions for light-hearted readings, you can give them to me and I will happily do a light-hearted reading because I'm finding the energies really, really dark right now. I'm finding them quite heavy, and I'm the one doing the reading, and it does take it out on me. I'm well protected and all that kind of thing. But you know, being on intuitive mode for long lengths of time, it can be quite tiring. So if you wanted to just ask me to do a more light-hearted reading, suggestions in the comments, please, and I will consider them all. Anyway, I'm off. I'm going to shut gobbing off now. I'm going to get my son a cup of tea and I'm going to throw my son in bed because it's 4:30 starting again in the morning. Anyway, I'm off and I'll see you soon. Take care. Ta-ra!